$325 on the dashboard, riding the Porsche, rocking Tom Ford. I bought out Bernie's new Christian Dior. I took a jet to the New York store. She lit while I'm driving, I'm standing the floor.
There he is.
Yo.
How's my mic? Can you hear me okay?
Dude, it sounds creamy.
Nice. Sweet. What's this villa you're staying in right now?
Dude, yeah, so just bought this.
Oh, what?
Here's the pool. It's so sick, dude.
Just you there?
Yeah, literally just me.
That's awesome.
I'll send you all the spots in Tulum when you come. There's a few really cool places. There's so many dope places out here. It's actually crazy.
All right, so yeah, I mean, my thought process with this is just we can run it like relatively quickly, just kind of like the transformation of it. But yeah, we'll just flow with it. But obviously, like the transformation now is even crazier. Like with that message you just sent me and like where you are, it's just sick. So I'm stoked. Let's get into it.
Dude, it's insane.
All right, guys. So we got special guest actually back on our show here. This is Cruz. Cameron is a copywriter for videographers, some of the best in the world. If you guys have ever heard of Sam Colder, Matt Como, Brandon Hayward, who else is in that list now?
Let's see. Christian LeBlanc, Los LeBlanc Career Academy.
Oh, wow.
And then right now working with, Club Life Design. So Jake and Marie Snow, they're like a travel couple, very, very niche down in the travel videography space for sure.
Got it. Sweet. Yeah. So guys, Cameron, this year was living with his parents at his parents' house, making no money. And he basically, how did you first find out about me? Did you start using Maxi? You reached out to me? I remember to join the mastermind. But yeah, just walk us through like where you were back in the day at your parents' house and then how you kind of came across.
Yeah, man, I like remember it vividly. So I had like this bed that was too big for my room, and then like this standing desk I built with my bare hands that I could barely, like the hallway to stand at my desk was like less than like a width, like it was like this much. I could just stand and work at my desk, and then my bed was right here. Like that was my room. That was my life for like 6 months or so. And and I was like just trying to make it as a copywriter and just starting my business and just like sort of struggling, right? So came across you through Instagram as I was like honestly looking for clients and just scrolling the videography niche, and you're kind of like videography related but not really, but still sort of a client I wanted to work with. And it was just trying to find some type of place I could put my email address, because obviously I do email marketing. So I'm like, what's this guy doing for his emails? And ended up like hearing about, I remember seeing one of your Instagram stories, and it was like a weird edit of your face. So you look like kind of like an alien, and you're like, what it's like to be using Maxi or whatever. I'm like, what the fuck is Maxi? So I just went through your whole process, like booked a call, and then like was just super curious about what Maxi was even. And then that's how I kind of found out about you.
Got it. And then you obviously joined, you're getting in on the Zoom calls. And to what extent were you really using Maxi? Because I know you'd messaged me recently and said that a lot of your stuff from your master vision was like coming through exactly. Like at what point did you actually start using the program? Curious about that.
Like the Maxi software itself?
Yeah, the software, yeah. Because I obviously remember you being on the calls, but I wasn't as tapped into like how often you were actually using the software.
Yeah, no, I took it very, very seriously. Like even just that initial investment was sort of a scary investment for me at the time. But I knew like this would definitely be something that helped. Obviously, it certainly has. But yeah, no, I took it like super seriously, very religiously. Like I followed the training video to a T. I did the silent retreat, like everything that you have in Maxi mentoring. And then I was using Maxi like every night for sure, like every night, and like obviously updating my master vision and getting it reviewed and stuff as well. So
And you were listening to it as well.
yeah.
Got it. So you're pressing speak and like actually like listening to this thing. Like, was it? And just out of curiosity too, was like every night you were listening to it, or was like multiple times a day sometimes, or like how often were you really realistically?
Yeah, realistically every night, like
Yeah.
every night. And then sometimes it'd be in the mornings as well, like on and off when I'd be brushing my teeth and stuff. But as I was going to bed, I would, pop my headphones in and then just like press speak and just fall asleep to that pretty much. Or like as I was preparing my routine, like I'd brush my teeth, do my stretches and stuff, get in bed. While that's happening, I'm listening to Maxi.
Got it. And what were some of the things that you wrote down there initially, um, that you were kind of like, man, this would be kind of crazy if I achieve this?
Oh fuck. Okay. I'm trying to think back. I think mainly just like a lot of the client stuff with like Cameron is working with these people and they're paying him this amount. That happened. And I was like, there's no way that could happen. And like whenever I would sort of struggle with client situation, for example, and I'm like, trying to find out how to like make them the most revenue or whatever, I'd literally just do a Maxi flip, pop that in my master vision, and it would happen like that. So that's really how I used it. But a lot of the travel stuff as well. But at the same time too, Arlen, like with Maxi, like once you know clearly what you want through all the training stuff and like the exercises, like it's almost like, oh, it's pretty easy to get that. Like once you know exactly what you want to achieve, it doesn't feel like it's a very far off thing even. So it's not like there's like a wow, like I wish I could have that, because it already felt very tangible.
Right. So for you, it was a lot of the client stuff. And that's, I think, one thing that you just like, one of the reasons you were able to, transurf so quickly and like literally be in Tulum signing clients for $10,000 like so fast and work with Sam Colder and Matt Como is because you did have that specificity and like you knew exactly what you wanted. You knew exactly what clients you wanted to work with. And you literally just like, you just chose it. Right. I think one of the bigger problems that you might even see a lot of other people experiencing is like they don't have that clarity. Like they don't know, they can't really pick, they can't choose. And because they don't choose, they're stuck in this array of like, I don't know what the fuck I want. Right. And you achieve that clarity. How did you, because actually I think this would be helpful for people watching. Like how do you feel like you achieved that clarity?
Dude, honestly, like years of personal development, like I'll just be real, like just years of personal development and just like removing a lot of the like emotional stuff, that emotional trauma, and just kind of a lot of that stuff comes through like you say, I think you say in Maxi or Maxi Mentor, like kind of sowing the seeds of your mind and just like meditating and being with yourself and just removing a lot of this sort of noise that a lot of people tend to carry naturally in their mind. Like I have a very, now through Maxi and just through all the meditation and just all this sort of spiritual stuff that is sort of integrated with this. Like it's very quiet in my mind. Like it's very quiet over here, you know? So it's not like, that's how I'm able to very quickly know what I want very clearly, is because like I have rituals. I don't allow those negative thoughts to kind of pervade my mind, or even negative people to come into my environment. If it's something like that happens, like if there is any like negativity that comes my way, you just kind of like ignore it. Like literally just what you focus on grows. So it's like I don't focus on any of that and it doesn't happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. So back when you wrote in Maxi that you wrote something about Tulum, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so.
When did you write that in there?
When?
Yeah. That is
Like,
one thing that's cool about Maxi. You can actually like go into your email and check your records and type in like Tulum, and you can literally see like the first time you wrote it in there.
yeah,
With the date and everything.
I pull that up.
Yeah, and I wonder too, at the time you wrote that, like when did you or like where were you at in your business? Like how much were you making per month? Were you still living with your parents? What was your living situation, right? Like, and then how quickly you were able to, for people who aren't aware, like Cameron is literally in Tulum right now.
Yeah, man, it's been a wild last 2 weeks. Sorry, I was reading my Maxi. What was the question?
When did you put Tulum in your master vision? So if you go in your email, like whatever email Maxi's sending to, you just type in like received and then type in Tulum, and you'll be able to scroll back and find the actual first date that it was entered in there.
Yeah. I put that back in April. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months ago. That seems about to be the right time frame.
6 months later, he's there. Show on the video like the place you're in right now.
Oh yeah. So there's like this is my own little private villa. That's the upstairs where my bedroom is. You see the pool out there. Let me walk out here. Actually, it's pretty dope. So I have all this to myself. It's like got the pool here. Let me show you the whole place.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. And that's like my little balcony.
So dope.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it's sick.
And tell me more about I know you might not want to say like too much about the client, but like you said you just signed a deal for like 10 grand.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I don't want to speak too much on that as well, because it's some pretty proprietary stuff. But yeah, honestly, I mean, at the end of the day, it just came down to me doubling my services. What it kind of is a lot of it is copy. But I'm also sort of included a funnel design offer in there to where I design their whole funnel. And so it's completely hands off for them, and basically doing a little bit of like software stuff. And part of it really had to do with like actually making the commitment to come down here in Tulum to meet with my other clients as well. Like, I have 2 clients who are here at the same time. So it worked out perfect. And we linked up, we did like crazy stuff, like crazy social circle stuff. I was hanging out with all these models and like literally hot models, like in the social circle that I was hanging out with all these like digital entrepreneurs and content creators. So that couldn't have been more exact from my master vision. Like literally the social circle I dreamed of, the money I wanted, the locations I wanted. Like, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck, Arlen?
I love it. I love to hear that. That's great.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, the last thing I'd say before wrapping this up, unless there's anything you wanted to tap on, is like careful with Tulum, because Tulum, what happens is people go and they don't leave.
I know, bro. Like we were saying that. We were like, I already extended my trip another week. So it's like,
No, I'm telling you, dude, people don't leave Tulum. Like usually people go, they stay for like 6 weeks to 6 months. I have multiple friends that happens to.
it's hilarious.
It's a vortex.
Yeah,
Sucks
it
you in.
really is. It really is.
Anything, any last points you wanted to add, value you wanted to give?
Value. Yeah, like, use Maxi. I mean, that's the main thing. But I guess more so like, yeah, I mean, really, I would just sum this up saying like Maxi has definitely been a big play for me in 2021. It is a practice. Like your mindset is not some like fake woo-woo thing. Like it's actually a muscle, and so the best way to train it is to actually train it. And Maxi is your gym, right? And so like whenever I feel like I'm like falling off of it, it's kind of the same thing of like working out. Like it's like, okay, I do need to train my mindset a bit more, right? And so then I flip on Maxi, and it totally just helps with that. So that's all I would say.
I love it. Instagram at copy.cameron. Is that where, if anyone wants to reach out to you, best place, email?
Yeah, best place. Shoot me a DM at copy.cameron on Instagram.
Perfect.